cohort generations in the workplace. These are meant to be bell curves that are overlapping. And think about this as kind of 1930, and this is the timeline that comes all the way up to the present time. And we lump all the folks that lived during these eras into generations as if they're sort of separate cohorts, separate distinct groups that are all just alike, which of course is an oversimplification, because people were born at the same time here, and which generation are they in, and they kind of run generation to generation. But we want to generalize about what happened in the critical formative years of people, and therefore what kind of values they have, what kind of work ethic they have, what kind of leadership style they exhibit. So think again about those overlapping bell curves, and we're going to generalize. We're going to say that traditionals have this set of values and this set of behaviors, and that baby boomers have this set of values and these behaviors, and the same thing for Gen Xers and millennials. So we're oversimplifying and generalizing, because you may say, I'm not like that at all, even though I'm born in that timeline you say makes me an Xer, and I'm really not, I'm much more of a boomer. Well, it may mean you're on the cusp, and it may mean that I'm generalizing and you don't fit on that particular attribute. So I heard a question over here about how do we hold all this stuff in our minds. It's like, oh, all this is such great data, but how do I go now back into the workplace and think about this and think about that? And what comes to mind to me is this 4 box that many of you would have seen that puts consciousness on this axis and competence here. So, you know, before we do these workshops, it's not as if you don't know, or you don't know, but it may be an instinct, or it's just you think it's your thought or your opinion. And we bring you some information where you go, oh, that's really data. I understand that. That holds together for me more. So you're moving out of unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence, which means I hadn't thought of that before. Now I begin to see that, but you're still not into competence until you go out of this workshop and take these things back into the workplace and try out some of the new tools that we give you. And even when you do that, it's sort of conscious and deliberate, kind of like when you learn to ski and somebody tells you how to do, well, for me it was a stem crispy, that may be a little outdated, but it's conscious. You go, I plant my pole now, and I wait now, and I make sure my skis are here, and oh yeah, I got to keep my hips here. How do I keep all that in my head? Well, that's hard, because it is in my head at the level of conscious competence, where I'm beginning to practice. But after you practice these skills in the workplace, it can become second nature. It can become unconscious competence, where I understand how to speak to people of different generations, or how to motivate people of different genders.